I want to watch a movie and not have the alphabet agenda pushed on me and my kids. Understand that. Now, flip it. Flip it. Do you know how many older white men eye rolled at Black Panther? Like, oh my God. I keep being called a colonizer.
Don't scare me like that, colonizer.
What? My name is Everett.
Can I just be a guy watching a movie? $1 trillion ain't even think about that. Like, yeah, that's what y'all get.
You can spot me in the city, build a lobby with a sawed-off shotty, screaming, drop it, this a rob.
How many of you guys agree that Disney has gotten to? I'm not going to jump down y'all throats, pause. Don't worry about that. It's not. Don't be afraid to disagree, to agree with Marvel. The feminist movement is doing too much and all that. Raise your hand. I'm not going to be like, you going to hell. I'm not going to be on that. All right. And then I'll just have agreed. Okay. Understood. Political. Okay. First. Disney or Marvel aren't coming up with shows of characters that don't exist. She-Hulk has been around since the 70s. Okay. Miss Marvel has been around since the 70s. So don't worry. They're not creating female characters. Okay? Just chill. Now, there have always been female characters, but there have been mostly just sexy. Remember Wonder Woman, you had to watch that with the volume down. There has been many husbands that didn't want their wives to know that they were watching Wonder Woman. She was a baddie. Okay, you just looking at Wonder Woman like, okay? All right. I do appreciate women heroes being heroes because I couldn't find a hero. When my daughter was a kid, I couldn't find anyone like her. Like, I remember looking, but like, that's your dad, that's your uncle, that's your, you can see yourself in certain characters. My daughter couldn't until Domino from Deadpool 2. My daughter has an afro and, sister, tall, athletic. When she saw Domino, she was like, that's me. She saw her, okay, for once. All right. But the political side, I want you guys to know this. There is a political drive from Disney and Marvel. There is one. Obviously. They're making points. Okay. I want to make this clear. Marvel has always been political. Baywatch, yeah. Marvel Comics has always been political. If you don't think that X-Men is the civil rights movement, you're smoking crack. Hold on. They are catering to their fan base. That was always Marvel. Simply, you feel what I'm saying? If you don't think that X-Men wasn't the civil rights movement, then you're smoking crack. All right. I want to say this too. There was a character, one of my favorite characters back in the day. Let me show you. Marvel Comics. Him right here. They call him Luke Cage, but before he was Luke Cage, his name was Power Man. Power Man. Power Man and Iron Fist. Power Man was one of my favorite characters. As a black kid, I loved him. Okay? But if you don't think that he's not Black Power Man, this is Marvel with chains around his waist and shackles around his wrists. And he broke the chains and broke the shackles. If you don't think that is political, you're smoking crack. Okay? So Marvel has always taken a political thing. when the Twin Towers fell, Spider-Man comic, the Twin Towers fell during the Spider-Man comic, and he had his hands over his head, and his first words were, "Oh God." The terrorists, that was a very religious thing, if you think it was conspiracy or not. But Spider-Man said, "Oh God." So if the Marvel was always great because it was a reflection of what was going on, the issues of society, and they always tied it into their comics. That's why Marvel has always been great. Right? Let me see. Sorry to all binary people, but everyone is saying that they're Disney making Hulk look a little weak. No, that's Smart Hulk. That he's in the comics just like that. That situation happened in the comics. Not exactly like that, but something like that. I want to say this lastly. Right now, it's uncomfortable. You just want to watch a movie, not deal with all of the political backdrop. You have a right to feel that way. I get that. 100. Sometimes can I just watch a damn? Why I got to get preached to, while watching the damn cartoon? The CGI makes it look like a cartoon. So that was a joke. But I'm saying, damn, I get you. I get you. There are women, though, that are like, thank you. Okay, little girls that will subconsciously be positively affected by it. But so it's uncomfortable now. But soon enough, we're going to be in a beautiful place where you don't even notice it. A woman in power in a all-female superhero group won't be taboo. Maybe Harley Quinn won't have a thong up her ass. All right, can't she just be a woman that with a baseball bat? Why she gotta have a thong up her ass? You know what I mean? Maybe a group with not one white person, just a bunch, just Hispanic, Black, Asian group. They just put that together. Didn't even think about it. Not one white person wouldn't be a statement. It'd just, that's a superhero group. Because when I grew up, X-Men, think about this, okay? X-Men, all white, all right? I'm talking about the original X-Men. Beast, there was no Storm in them. There was Beast, Iceman, Angel, Cyclops, Jean Grey, right? Fantastic Four, all white men. Well, you have Invisible Girl, but nobody of color, okay? All white. Superman, Batman, Robin, Green Lantern, damn. Like Submariner, Human Torch, every group and every hero. There wasn't a brother in sight. Here's a little thing. They couldn't even make a character black in comics because the ink didn't work well. So they had to be gray. Every black character was gray. All right. So we've gotten to it's uncomfortable now, but soon it will be beautiful. All right. Don't worry about it. Let me see what else we got. Biz, what you think about Marvel making a gay Spider-Man? I don't care. I really don't care. I don't give a shit. Right? If it's a good book, I'm down. If you make a good book, I'm there. I really don't give a shit. You're talking to somebody who just read a comic where a Superman character was beating Jesus's ass. So you're talking to a person who this guy was punching Jesus in the face. So I don't, my brain, I went to Comic-Con cosplay. It was nothing to see a guy as Wonder Woman, bro. So I'm in a bathroom and women are in there. I guess I have no idea. I'm peeing next to Batgirl, bro. I have no idea what's going on. Ms. Biz tell you the same thing. A guy ran and took a shit in a stall. So we're in a place, I'm in a comic culture where it's just, for me, if it's a good book, I'm all over it. And if I can learn something about people I don't know about, it's all good for me. I don't care. Let me see. Glad you said it, Biz. Been political since day one. From day one, it's been political. From day one. Right? Let me see. DJ. Minorities equals mutants, Magneto, Malcolm X, Xavier, MLK. Precisely. Hit the type of this. Precisely. They were both different sides of the same coin, and depending on how your political view was, you can agree with Magneto. Right? Xavier was non-violent. Magneto was like, look, man, they hate me, hate them back. Let's go. We're the evolution of things. You're like, hey, I don't disagree with either one. Like, hey, y'all both making some good arguments. Let me see. Trend out. I want to watch a movie and not have the alphabet agenda pushed on me and my kids. I understand that. I have to watch every movie prior to letting my kids watch it. I understand that. Now, flip it. Flip it. Flip it. Do you know how many older white men I rolled at Black Panther? Like, oh my God. I keep being called a colonizer. Can I just be a guy watching a movie? $1 trillion ain't even think about that. Like, yeah, that's what y'all get. $1 trillion over there like, hey, can the gay community stop imposing their will? I hate being preached to. Black Panther. Killmonger said something about, hey, when I die, throw me in the water where my people dove in the water from the slave ships. And it was like, yo, there's probably a 65-year-old white man that's like, oh, my, taking his grandkids to the movie, like, babies, listen, you're not a colonizer for being white. Look, I'm about to write Disney. He sent them a letter in an envelope because he's old school. I'm about to write Disney. But the funny thing is, I know Black people who saw Shang-Chi and was like, damn, why are you shoving the Chinese, the Asian culture down my throat? Black Panther. White people have no problem with Batman. There wasn't a brother in sight. So, you know what I'm saying? Is anything that's not you got a problem with. That's really what it comes down to. And we just got to be more lenient with each other. If y'all actually listen to Biz Spotify podcast, you would know he literally went to visit a satanic cult meeting just to see their point of view. I did, and they didn't make bad points. Hey, let me tell you. I was like, well, damn. They were like, I mean, the way they were reading out things out the Bible and saying, what kind of God is that? And they were just going in like, hey, if I like a woman and she's fine, I'm going to try to get with her. I shouldn't feel like I'm going to hell for trying to get with her. Like, as a young mind, I was sitting there like, well, damn, dog, you ain't lying. You made me this way. I was like, man, you ain't bad. Y'all ain't bad. Y'all go. I'm not a Satanist or whatever. You know, I got a huge ego. It's like, you ain't gonna convince me to try to follow somebody. Don't follow him. Follow him, man. I'm a leader. Y'all some following shit. Coming to this game on some modeling. But you know, you ain't gonna convince me like that, you know. But I was just like, I feel what y'all are on. I get it. Now let me go. I get where you're coming from. Let me see. We'll never get another Austin Powers. No, baby. No, we never would. I get it. We never would. There'd be people with Pick a side. I hear you. Let me see. Colonizers still in my assigned movie seats. Get your you're still in behind. Y'all all what today. Thorough Thursday is becoming my favorite day. I don't even prepare for Thorough Thursdays. I just sit down. It's so much fun, bro. I just want to watch great writing, create entertaining films. Me too. And series without them checking the woke boxes. Yeah, I hear you. Don't force the political agenda. I hear you. My argument was it was always there. And because of that, we've gotten to a better place, right? When you see a black Captain America, it's like, it's you can do that now. I remember when Bucky was back, there's a comic where Bucky, it says, it's a Captain America comic book, and it's him on the front, and there's a black Bucky. It's actually Battlestar from that series, that Captain America, that series with Falcon turned to Captain America. So I'm like, oh shit, Bucky is back, and he's black. Okay, now, you know, you could just see a black character and it's not a big deal, right? Right? I mean, Kane the Conqueror is black in Marvel, and it's like, oh, okay, he's black. That's cool. So you go through the trouble woke period that is uncomfortable to get to a place of really is euphoric. It's just like, oh yeah, that's a, you know, whatever. It's just, you're just watching a movie now, and they don't have to push the agenda. Hopefully we can get there. But this moment is uncomfortable, and I get that. $1 trillion. Black Panther is one movie, bro. Slavery really did happen. And that's not being pushed in every movie, but the alphabet agenda is. Some of the scenes be unnecessary. I'm traditional Adam and Eve. Well, right, that's the problem you have. I understand that. Black Panther is one. Well, that was one example, but not one movie, right? It's been going on forever. Black Lives Matter, everything. I mean, if you're a white male and old school, like how you're traditional, the traditional Make America Great Again, like traditional conservative flag waving, like they're probably done with, hey, all lives matter. Stop. No black lives. All lives matter. That was one example, not one movie. Right? You're speaking from your perspective. I'm just saying there's many different perspectives. And how that discomfort you have, there's a lot of people that have that discomfort with just the black movement. Like, okay, brother, get a job. I didn't do shit to you. Hey, cops kill white people every day. You'll see me burning down buildings and marching. That's how they come with it. And you'll be like, dude, that was racist to say. So you don't know what the alphabet community has gone through. You're not one of them. When you just feel wrong for being you, and everybody who's not you without your problems are diagnosing you. Right? It's just like when somebody say, hey, there's no racism. Everything's equal. I've had a hard time too. How are you going to tell me, mommy? So you're over here heterosexual, Adam and Eve, traditional. And you're saying what you're tired of with them. Well, there's a lot of shit they're tired of with you. But you're only thinking about yourself. And that's the problem. Everybody only think about themselves. And what I'm saying is soon enough, yes, only think about you. Don't worry about them. Just like, oh man, that's all right. And you can raise your kids how you want. They're not trying to raise your kids a certain way. Do you. Just know that you share this world with a bunch of people that's not you. Let me see. What else we got? Biz, what up, though? Love you, boy, from the community. LOL. Keep grinding. Thank you so much, Tyson Bear. What else we got? I have to disagree with the ABC agenda they are pushing because people of color like blacks and Hispanic didn't choose slavery. They were forced into it. Yeah. And it goes back before slavery. Oh, Yeah. Yeah, actually, there have always been, we're doing it now, right? You're saying you're judging the ABC agenda. You're judging them because you're not them. So you're saying how much they should be valued, and you're saying that they should not be valued as much because you value this this more, right? Like this drive and this thing that this cause. That's what I'm looking for. You value this cause more. You do. So you're saying they didn't go through, and you're trying to use this measuring stick. And really, if you are somebody who are gay or whatever, they're dealing with that problem. And they've put together the cause very effectively. Good shit. People cover. Oh, and you're also assuming that they choose it, right? I know a lot of gay people that I love. Relatively a lot. It's not like I know a whole bunch of gay people, but relatively, that who I love, about 5, right? But I don't love a lot of people that work. Like, I love everybody, but I'm just saying, like, that I deal with all the time. None of them ever say that they chose it. None of them. They say they always knew. They just didn't say anything. Like, they always felt bad and weird about it's a lonely experience. And all they can do is take their word for it. I can't tell them, no, you did choose. Right? So there's a few things you're assuming in that because you're not one of them. So you're assuming. And that's what happens. Everybody who's not you assume what you're going through. Everybody assume what you're going through. Let me see. I'd rather a black original character than tokenism. I don't know what that means. A black original. Oh, then a character turned black. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool too. Have you seen? Well, then what you do is go to the Comic-Con. There's a lot of black independent comics. There's one called the Tuskegee something, and it's not, and of course it celebrates the Tuskegee Airmen, but they're totally not that. It's really sick. They just named themselves that because they fly these futuristic airplanes, and they were just like, hey, what we gonna name ourselves? Tuskegee, just because they're all black and they're just all France, and they did that, but they're not totally, you know what I mean? It's so dope. Like, so what you need to do is search out independent comics from black creators, and you can have all the fun you want. You can do all the stuff you want. For me, it really doesn't matter. Oh, you made them black, cool. Like, you made them Spanish, Latino, good shit. I really don't give a shit. Just make sure that if the movie's good, yes, good work, right? But on the other hand, I would care if Black Panther was white. So I need to figure out where I'm at with that. If they were like the new Black Panther and there's a white dude, you're just like, I'll be like, hold on. So I can understand if, you know what I mean? I can understand if Wonder Woman is a sister with a fro. And it's like, come on, dog. I can understand. Let me see.